Hello everyone and welcome to CC Sim Racing. Yes, I am your host Craig Cook. How is everyone today? Yes, we are here for round 6 of the GT3 Sprint Series with Assetto Corsa sponsored by Leap. And what a round 5 we had at Watkins Glen. With some cracking racing throughout the packs, and trying to make sure you get through the bus stop was very, very interesting indeed, as they clip in the curbs and trying to make sure that they can get it round the right-hander and back home safely. But yeah, lots of incidents on track, lots of action, and more to come today here at Brands Hatch for round 6. And we'll take a look at the championship tables as it stands. So it is Ashboy leading this one with the points of 233. Obviously, we dock points for one round, so you will lose your worst result and pick up a couple of places on your way if you are obviously doing very well indeed. And obviously Ashboy at the moment is doing a superb job up there with 233 points. Peter Stark there is next, not Peter Stark, but Peter Stark is there on 230 points. Matt Reedy is there on 216, followed by myself with 194, and then it's Jack Craft there in 5th place. So we'll just take out the top 5 at this moment in time, and he is on 186. But we'll run down the order of qualifying, so we'll get this one underway. Very, very wet here at Brands Hatch. It had a massive downpour before the race, as I make this up as I go along because it's virtual, and it's just started to sort of settle down a little bit to a point where it's either going to be racing slicks or a wet tyre, but majority vote went on the wet tyre, and you will find out for yourselves. So we'll take a look at the drivers after qualifying, and the man in front there, as you can see, Ashboy took pole position, followed by Jack Craft there, Crafty. Then we have the lovely Porsche of Dark Knight there. Followed by, sorry, but do apologise for that. Followed by Bravo Han. Next to him would be Reedy, just behind, sorry, should I say. Right up the rear end of that McLaren there is Spitfire CC. Next in line is 9th place is Husey. Oh, I do apologise. I don't know what's happening with this. It's actually Danzo there. Then it's just behind them is Nicky. That should be Husey. I don't know what's going on there. It's going a little bit wayward. But Myers Roads there, also there in 10th place. Then we have the Ferrari of Andrew, followed by Freak Fast there, followed by Tinhead in 13th place. Behind him is Ripping the Terran. Should be further up the grid, but he's there in 14th place. There is Creedy there in the BMW, his first day out here with us at CZ Sim, so welcome to Creedy. Then we have Greek Fighter, who's definitely coming up the ranks here. There's Jesse in 17th place, followed by Arrow there, so great to see him back as well on track. Then we have Dave Haslett, his first race here for CC on ACC, so good luck to him. And then we have that gorgeous looking Bentley at the back there of Ekberg, the Swedish driver, so looking forward to seeing what happens in this race. And we are about to go lights out as they make their way down through clearways and under the bridge, and we'll see who is going to take it into turn 1 for the first time. Looking forward to this. This is going to be a cracking race, and let's see what happens to the drivers. Just going to turn this down. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's a little bit on the loud side, I think, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, race is on and off we go. There is Ashboy and Crafty, the men that will lead the pack as they go through Mark's curve now and onto Brabham Straight, weaving the tyres a lot. I think pretty much the whole of the group are on the wet setup, so wet tyres for everybody. And we have a car in the pits there, so not too sure who that is. That looks like Haslett, so obviously didn't engage drive straight away, and obviously that puts you straight in the pits. But we're going to get going, and it's the green flags are waving, and it's Ashwood that takes the lead into Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. Dark Knight is going down the inside, a little bit of contact between him and the Lamborghini of Crafty, but everyone seems to have got round quite well there, and it is going to be Ashwood that leads this one, followed by Dark. Has he got the inside line? Yes, he has, but it looks like Crafty might have a little sneak here as they go into the left-hander down through the Cooper Straight we go. There is a car off in the background now. I think that's Husey in the McLaren. We're going to stay with the leaders. There's a lot of battling going on in the background, but there is Dark, but it is going to be Ashwood that leads the pack as they go through up to Hawthorns. And it's Dark Knight there in second. It's Crafty in third. Then we've got Bravo Han in fourth place. Spitfire's made a position there. He's gone up into fifth place, so he's taken Reedy for a position that might have been around Druids, but everyone making their way round. There is Nicky in the background in that Mustang. Very, very planted car as well, so keep an eye on him. There is My Rose. My Rose had a fantastic start, hasn't he? He's up there in 8th place, followed by Danzo in 9th. And then we have Husey. There is your top 10, back to the leader. Let's have a look. It's Nyla Stern as they come through now. And there it is. It's Ashwood leading the pack as they come back onto the start-finish straight to finish another, to finish the first lap, should I say. And off we go to start lap 2. So it's Ashwood, followed by Dark Knight there in second place, followed by the Lamborghini of Crafty. Looks like getting a little bit tasty behind there with Bravo and Spitfire, but we're going to stay with the leader as they go through Paddock Hill Bend and make their way for the second time of asking into Druids. And quite a lot of people still out there with the umbrellas, but a lot of the racers were complaining about tyre deg very early on. Temperatures rising anywhere between sort of 30 to 34 psi, and the left side of these cars were really struggling to keep that down. So Dark Knight there in second. There is Crafty looking to see if that Lamborghini can close up on the leader of Ashwood. But there it is. There's your top 5 in shot. But there is Reedy having a look down the inside of Spitfire for position. There is Reedy on the chase, trying to find a way through. A lot of defensive work needed here, so tries to take the racing line to Spitfire. So I'm in an R in what to do there. A little bit of a slide there from the two BMWs as they come into Hawthorns, and Nicky's off the track and manages to get the Mustang to settle down as he tries to stay with the top 6. But does very well indeed. There is Danzo. Danzo's lost a few seconds from the guys there, but where is My Road? So My Road has had an incident somewhere. There's the Ferrari of Andrew, so Andrew now in the top 10. There is Greek Fighter in 10th place, and he's lost it on the grass, but manages to save it. Great bit of car control from the Honda NSX driver there. There is Jesse in 11th place from the back of the grid. That's fantastic stuff from him. Usually after the incident, who had took a picnic down at Graham Hill Bend there, so he's now back on track in 12th place, and that lovely looking pink, fluorescent pink livery there in the McLaren. There is Arrow, so Arrow's at the back of the grid. He's now making his way through. He's got Mr. Ripping the Tearing for company there, so he's chasing him down. Just behind them, I do believe that's Greek Fast behind them, is it? There is a very slow looking tin head there. There is the Ferrari tin head, so he dropped to the back of the grid, so he's obviously had some severe damage along the way. But again, My Roads, where is My Roads? There is Ekberg in 17th place. He is absolutely battered on the front of that Bentley. That thing is an absolute weapon. Look at that thing, absolutely gorgeous. Love it. There is My Roads. He's in the pit, so I don't know if he's getting repairs done. But meanwhile, oh, look at that. That's another rare opportunity to see Ashwood on the grass there, and manages to keep that McLaren back on the track, but having to sort of get back into a rhythm again. So that's going to sort of unsettle the nerves a little bit. As you can see there, but just behind is Dark Knight. Still followed suit by that Lamborghini. Then we got Bravo Han, followed by Spitfire, Reedy, and Nicky's. Nicky's still in this battle as well. So they come back on for another lap. I do believe we have about 15 laps of this race. So there they come through. There is Nicky. It's slightly different lines from all the drivers. They're trying to take this racing line. It is very, very greasy, but Nick having a look down the inside, it just shows the door to Nicky does Reedy. Just keeps that car on that racing line, doesn't want to go defensive, needs to stay on in the pack, does Reedy, on especially on the back of Spitfire, wants to stay with him as much as he possibly can. But let's have a look at the front of this, because it looks like you might see a position change here. Let's go on board with Crafty. That's what's happening behind at the moment. Defensive work again from Spitfire. They climb into Surtees. Back now down to Hawthorns. Little lift off, a little bit of braking, drop it into third, maybe fourth if you can do it. Again, another very tight corner of Westfield goes into that corner. Lovely driving here from Bravo Han into Dingledale. Into Stirling's now, and then back onto Clearways as they start another lap. And all to play for in a minute. Great stuff here from the McLaren driver of Bravo Han. Sitting in second place in the championship as it stands. In fact, it's starting to get a bit tasty up front, isn't it? Let's see if we can get on board with that Lamborghini. As looks like he's trying to find a way through his Crafty on that Porsche. Can't find a way through at the moment, but it's still lurking a lot closer this time round on this lap. Now hitting lap 5. Now the tyres are starting to get a little bit red now. If you know anything about the Assetto Corsa way, then red is not good. It really isn't. Keep those tyres to the best of its ability, and hitting the red band on the tyres is not good at all. We get a lot of slide, lose traction, iron pressures go through the roof, and then you've got to sort of start concentrating about where you need to put the car, and obviously sitting behind someone so close is not helping Crafty at all. But there he is, faces down the Porsche. Alright, let's go back out of the car, still on the chase. This is the battle we're going to keep an eye on. Is Crafty going to find a way through this time round as they go through Stirling's for the 5th time? Still the leader at the moment is Ashboy, just in front of these guys. Let's see if we can take a little look at him. There he is. We can get a bit of helicam action. There he is. So that is the gap between them. So not quite in the same shot. There is Creed. So it looks like he's got some damage as well. There is Maya Road. So Maya Road's parked on the exit of the pit lane, waiting for an opportunity to come out. There he is. He's back out on track. But this is your top 4 at the moment. So no change here as we see Crafty again going very wide, nearly losing the back end. And into 30s they go. Now, has he got the drive off the corner? No, he hasn't. That Porsche looking very good out of the corners here. There is Jesse at the back, so we'll have a little bit of a rundown. There's Jesse in 17th. There is Ekberg in 16th, having a good run. His first time out here on ACC with the CC Sim boys, and doing a very good job in the Bentley. There is, I think that's Haslett. So Haslett again, another one on his debut here for CC in the ACC GT3 Sprint Series. There is Aaron. Great to see the Spaniard back. Tinhead obviously went into the pits, so he's dropped into 18th place. 13th there is Freakfast on the track. Then we have Husey. So Freakfast now chasing down Husey for position. So a good little battle starting to happen there between these two. See if we can get a idea on lap times between the two of them. A 32 on the previous lap for Freakfast, and a 32.6 for Husey. So it looks like Freakfast is a little bit quicker than Husey, so we'll keep an eye on that battle as it carries on through. He's on the grass there, and that could be opportunity for Freakfast to come through. They're on board with this battle at the moment. The McLaren's making their way through, back onto the start-finish straight. Best of lines there. You have a very tight line there. You really don't want to be out there. You sort of want to be sort of central to the left-hand side of the track there on the exit, and make sure you get round the corner. And there's a bit of contact between him and Husey. Lucky Husey's on the wet setup, because that could have gone round. Very luckily it didn't, so Husey managed to hold on to that position. There is Tinhead trying to make some King's meat on these guys in front. There is Greek Fighter there in 11th place. There is Maya Rhodes in 19th place. Also come back out in the Aston Martin after damage. And as you can see, 50 on his last lap, 1 minute 50. There is Ripinatarian in 10th place with damage as well. So unfortunate for him. Best lap was a 1:30.7. That's right up there in the top 10. And really trying to fight his way back through. And meanwhile, here is Andrew on the back of Danzo. So he's really done a good job of catching these guys here. Let's see if we can get a bit of in-car with Andrew in that Ferrari. That's going very wide. This could be Andrew's opportunity to make a way through here as he goes back into the right-hander of Clark Curve. Doesn't quite do it. Nose to tail, these two again. Look at Danzo straight away on the defensive. Can he go around the outside? That'd be very brave there on the braking again. Danzo might go a little bit wide here. He's trying to get the car to straighten up as quickly as he possibly can to keep that speed going through into Paddock Hill Bend, which he did very well indeed. Into Druids again they go. So this battle for 8th place, and Danzo is doing a very good job holding him off in the BMW. Andrew is looking for that position. He's having a little sneak down the inside here again. He's having a look. Has he made it? Oh, Danzo's given him the a wide berth there, and he's got enough room for a Ferrari to get through, but hasn't quite done it. So the pro driver there, 264 of Andrew in 9th. Look like they're also catching Nicky there as well. There is Ripinatarian. There is Danzo. Let's go back again. There is Nicky there in the Mustang. Nick's had a massive incident. Look at the state of the Mustang. It was lovely and pretty at the start of this race. Not so pretty anymore. Struggling, as you can see, to stay in front of the two behind. Let's go back. There's Reedy. So Reedy also looks like he's made a mistake because he's lost the back of Spitfire. Spitfire's got a bit of a gap as well. So as this, as you can see, the tyres are really struggling. There he is in 5th place, holding 5th and doing very well. Now, looks like Bravo Han has caught the back of the Lamborghini. And that's Crafty in that Lamborghini. Oh, and he's hit the corner of Graham Hill, and that's not what we wanted. And that was an easy pass there for Bravo Han. That's made it all the merrier for him. Second in the championship, and that's exactly what he wanted. He didn't want to muck around with Crafty in the Lambo, and he didn't have to do a lot. Put the pressure on, and just a little glance in the rearview mirror, and Crafty now drops in to 4th place. Bravo Han on the chase and looking very, very quick indeed, with a few laps to go. 5 laps we reckon of this race. 20-minute sprint race, and Bravo Han is looking very, very good. Might even catch, if he's lucky, and he's catching him at a rate of knots, is Dark Knight. There he is. So it's Dark Knight there. There is Bravo Han. Then we wait for the Lamborghini of Crafty. So on board now with Dark Knight. Let's have a listen as he goes into Paddock Hill Bend. What does he do here? Let's have a listen. Interesting. So there's a lot of coast through Paddock Hill Bend there, but he did drop it down into 2nd gear. Not too sure why, but obviously a bit worried about traction as he come out of the corner. So just buried the throttle back into 2nd place. 2nd gear, should I say 2nd place? He's in 2nd place, so he dropped it into 2nd gear, you plonker. Right, so into 2nd gear there. And, Croft in the background as he just made the exit of Graham Hill Bend there. Just lost the back end, but he's managed to keep it nose front. If we can get a front view there is Ash Roy. So it's got about a 4 or 5 second gap there. But I'll tell you what, Bravo Han is on a mission. Let's see if we can go on board with him. There he is. He's really closed the gap up on the man in 2nd place. Sideways, so these tyres are starting to look a little bit second hand now. Lap 11. In different lines, as you can see, Brabham trying to use the inside line, trying to get as much of the water as he possibly can on those tyres, just to try and cool them down a little bit. Obviously, Dark Knight just using that racing line, just staying to the top end of the track, just trying to keep the traction of the car. But the problem is he's losing traction because he's getting those tyres very, very hot indeed. And as you can see, it is definitely starting to worry Dark Knight, as Brabham is right on the rear end of that Porsche. And are we going to see a position change here? He's got the traction out of the corner. Let's go on board. Goodness me, let's see if we can get some on board of... Oh, that's the wrong car. Let's get some on board of the Porsche. There we are. Oh, he's had to go wide. And Brabham got through here. He's right by the side of him. Let's go on outside. And Brabham goes into Westfields and gets that position done and goes into second place. And look at that. Dark Knight nearly loses the back end of the car as he comes through. But Brabham really brave there. Got the toe as he come out through Hawthorne straight down to Hawthorne's corner and got the position done. Look at that, fantastic. Brabham now into second place, and now his challenge is Ash Boy. Now, has he got enough time to catch Ash Boy? Let's see if we can get a little glimpse of him. There is two cars looking very happy. He's you know, about that's 6 seconds up the road, so I don't think that's going to happen unless drastic measures of a mistake from Ash Boy, but it doesn't look like it. He's absolutely pinpoint. Did make a little bit of a concern for himself as he went through Dingledale into Sterling's and nearly lost the rear end of the car, but managed to get himself back together and hasn't looked back since, has he? And Ash Boy looking very, very good for that win again here. As I say that, he goes sideways out the corner, so some cherry red tyres. Let's go back to that position of second place, and still Brabham now pulling away. As you can see, there is Dark Knight in third place, followed by Crafty in fourth. Then we have Spitfire. Spitfire's closing up on Crafty here, so could there be another change at the end of this race? There is Reedy in sixth place. A nice big gap from the battle, which is between Nicky, Danzo, and that Ferrari of Andrew has still not managed to get past. Let's see if we can get some action from the back end of that car. Let's go through there again. Apologies for the cameras. We are running a replay, but there we are. There is Nicky. He has a review of a BMW GT3 car sitting all over the rear end of that Mustang. And also claiming a prize also is that Ferrari of Andrew, is looking very, very tasty for a position here, but has a little glance to go through Dingledale. It's that right-hander coming up to Sterling's. Again, hard on the brakes. Some people stay in third, others drop it in a second, and as you can see, a mistake there from Danzo. Got a little bit too close, and Andrew on the outside as they go through clearways. Can he make a little shot down the outside here? Not where Danzo wants to be. Can he get the traction out of the corner? He tries to hold a position. He does so. He gets a little bit of rear tyre on the corner of the exit, should I say, of Clark's Curve. And manages to hold on through Dingledale. This is a fantastic battle between these three. It's still Nicky from Danzo, from Andrew in that Ferrari. The battle for 7th is on. Have a look at the helicam, shall we? That's what 7th place looks like at the moment. Slightly different lines from all the drivers, but look at the exit speed from Andrew again. Looks very, very quick through there, but Danzo is not going to give him any room. He's not going to make it easy for the Ferrari driver. Right, coming up to lap 14 of this race. Still, they carry on. Oh, no! And Andrew's made a mistake. As he comes through Westfields there. Oh, that's such a shame. And Andrew, again, that's the only thing that's been letting him down this series, I think. It's just that consistency, just trying to stay with these guys. And unfortunately for him, makes that mistake. And that's going to drop him off the battle in front, but Danzo can now breathe and really concentrate on the man in front. So he's chasing down Nicky, who comes across the line now. And Nick again just makes sure he gets over to the racing line, just trying to make that Mustang as big as he possibly can. Taps the brake there. Could this be Danzo's opportunity as he has a look into Druids? No, he doesn't. Little sneak down there. Didn't quite work. Very close battle indeed. Let's go have a look. There's Reedy. Still holding 6th place. There is Jesse. So, there is Spitfire. So this battle, it started to really close up, hasn't it? There's Spitfire. There is just in front is Dark Knight. And also Crafty. So really closed the gap up as Spitfire on these two. So Dark Knight's made a mistake as well, because he's dropped out of that 3rd place, and Crafty's now taken that position as the back markers move out the way for those guys to come through. But here is your winner. It's going to be Ashroy, who takes round 6 race 1 here at Brands Hatch. It's going to be Bravo Han that takes 2nd place. There he does as he crosses the line. Now who's going to come through into 3rd? I have to wait because there is a few cars in the pits. There is Crafty. He comes through in 3rd place. Then there is Dark Knight, who comes through in 4th. Spitfire will take out the top 5, followed by Reedy as he comes through. He'll take 6th place. Now, who is going to take that 7th? As we wait, it's going to be Nick, and he's got a little bit of space, so it's going to be Nick who takes 7th place, followed by Danzo there in 8th place. And again, I do apologise. There we go. There is Andrew in 10th. And the top 10 will be, and I think that is going to be Greek Fire. That's his best result so far. So we're going to go back to our guys in the pits, and let's take a look at those race results. So it's Ashroy that takes the win. Bravo Han in 2nd place. Crafty in 3rd. Dark Knight 4th. Spitfire in 5th. Reedy in 6th. Nicky will take out 7th place in the Ford Mustang, with Danzo right behind him in the BMW in 8th. Andrew in 9th. Unfortunately, with that mistake, cost him dearly. Could have grabbed that 7th place. Looking very racy indeed. Watch out for him in race 2. Greek Fighter there in 10th. Husey in 11th. Freak Fast in 12th. Ripping the Turn in 13th. Arrow there in 14th place. Hasn't done very well. Finishes in the top 15. Jesse in 16th place. Tinhead had that massive crash early on, and he went 2 laps down. Unfortunately for him, he's in 17th place. Ekberg in 18th. My Roads in 19th. And Creedy, unfortunately, had incident early on as well, and is in 20th place. But what a great event that was. We are ready for race 2. So give us a couple of minutes and we will get onto that. So thank you very much to everyone and our sponsors here at Leap and CC Sim Racing. So here we go for race 2, GT3 Sprint Series with Assetto Corsa Competizione. Can Ashroy make it the double yet again here on ACC? We'll find out soon. Welcome back, everybody, to CC Sim Racing. And yes, I'm your host, Craig Cook. How is everyone doing? Yeah, we are here for race number 2 here at Brands Hatch, round 6 of the GT3 Sprint Series with a Assetto Corsa sponsored by Leap. And yes, this is going to be another epic race. And again, no change at the front. And it's going to be Ashboy who takes pole yet again. As you can see, there he is on track. Then second place in qualifying was Crafty. Just behind him was Reedy. And then we have, Crafty there in second. Then we have Reedy in third, followed by Dark Knight in fourth place. It will be Spitfire in sixth place. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle. There we go. In fifth place is Spitfire, should I say. There he is. Had a good qualifying there. Brotherhan in sixth place. Then we have Husey, had a great run there in seventh place. Nick in eighth place in that Mustang. Ripping the Terrier a lot further back up this time round. Finds himself in ninth place. Tinhead having a lot better qualifier in the top 10 there. So great to see Craig up there. Then we have Danzo in 11th place, followed by Andrew. And Andrew can hopefully try and get past him at the start of this race. We'll see if he can do so. Then we have Mara Rhodes, who had a great run. Let's see what he can do this time round. Unfortunately, was in a few incidences, but start of the race, he looked very, very quick indeed. So there is Freak Fast in 14th place. Then we have Creedy there, who didn't finish the race, but he's in 15th. Let's see what he can do this time around. Top 10 finish for Greek Fighter. He's there in 16th place. Then we have Jesse in 17th. Then we have Ekberg in 18th. Followed by Arrow there in 19th. And at the back of the grid there is Haslett, because now he's realised that he has to push drive to get himself on the front of this grid. So there we go. There is all the drivers. It looks like we're going to be ready. It is absolutely chucking down now. But again, it was in between the two. It was either going to be very, very wet or it was going to be damp. And was there enough for drivers to hit the slick tyre? We're going to find out. So you see any weaving from some of these drivers, you're going to know that they're on the slick tyre, trying to get some temperature into these tyres. But it is raining, but it's not raining as heavy as I actually thought when we got into this race. But Ekberg's unfortunately in the pits, so that's a bit of a gutter for the Swede driver. But everyone now getting into position. As you can see, you do sort of go into the back of the car, but that's all part of the ACC idea to just close up the pack, and then we get ready. And there is the green flags, and away we go for race 2, round 6 here at Brands Hatch. And it's Ashwood that takes the lead of this race as they go into turn 1 for the first time. Paddock Hill Bend, and it's Crafty there in second place. Is that Reedy going for a position? He's held it. Has he held it? I think he has. As they go through, everyone looks like they're through. There's Spitfire, who's managed to go into that 4th place. I do believe he's in 4th place. Bravahan there in 5th place, so he's lost a position there to Spitfire. Nick's had a sensational start. There he is in 8th place. There's Husey in... that's going to change round. So he's definitely moved up a few spots, hasn't he? There is Ripping a Tearing as well. So let's go back to the leader and let's take a little drive with him, shall we? Let's see. There he is on board with Ash White, leading this one as they go into Hawthorne for the first time. There's some weaving from Spitfire. I think that's slick tyres for Spitfire. So if he can stay with these guys, there was an optimum opportunity halfway through the race where the dry tyre was going to work for the racing drivers. But there it is. You can see him weaving down the straight. So we have one guy there on the slick tyre. So let's see what he can do from there. It's Ash White leading this one as they make their way back onto the start-finish straight. There he is. Down clearways into the final corner. And it's Ash White that is going to be leading this one. There is that Lamborghini, followed by Reedy and Dark Knight with Spitfire. And that is Bravo Han, followed by Nicky just behind them as they come through and make lap 2. Then we have Husey there, then Ripping the Tearing. And Tinhead still holding that top 10. It looks like Andrew's got through, so let's see if Andrew can make a bit of a position change here. But he's now in front. Let's see what happens in this race. He's got through and passed Danzo for position. So watch out for that Ferrari making his way up the ladder. Meanwhile, there's Bravo Han in 6th place, second in the championship. Needs to get past Spitfire. And Spitfire trying to hold his 4th place in the championship. There's Dark Knight. There is Reedy, I do apologise. But Ashboy not having it all his own way at the moment. Crafty's staying with him. There he is, just behind the McLaren driver. So 1, 2, 3 as they all come through. Ekberg back out on track in the Bentley. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we got the top 8 in the same shot. There is Ashwoy, there is Reedy, there is Dark Knight, there is Spitfire and Bravo Hand, Nick there as well. Then we've got a battle between Ripinatarian and Husey. Now, who got through there? Did he get through? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Husey manages to hold on again. Ripinatarian having a look down the inside. Didn't quite work out for him. And he has another crack at the McLaren in front of Husey. Husey having a fantastic race here in 8th place, but he's feeling that pressure from Ripinatarian. He didn't have the best of races, goes for that outside line. Can he get the cut back on the McLaren driver? Doesn't look like he can, but he is in the tow. Oh, a little dab of the brake there. What was all that about from Husey? Is he going to have a look down the inside at Clearways and in to Clark's? No, he doesn't. And back onto the Brabham straight. Let's go back to the leaders. And still going on. Looks like a position change here from Bravo Hand. Looks down the inside of Spitfire. Doesn't quite get it done there. And has another chance to have a go as he goes in to Druids. And on the brakes they go. Contact from the drivers. And obviously on the slick tyre. Didn't work out for Spitfire. And he can't get the car to hold on. And he's still in a bit of a kerfuffle there. There is Husey off the track as well. Oh my goodness me. It's all happening. Andrew's through as well. There is Spitfire making his way back onto the track. Oh, that's so gutting for him. Doing really well, and if he could just have held onto the top 5 of those guys, he would have been looking very good. Oh, and there's more contact in the background. He's hit Haslett, and he's back onto the track. Oh, this is not the best of 30 seconds for Spitfire. And again, oh, he's had contact with Aradal. He's now been pushed up wide. That is a very battered car. And now he's making his way back onto the track, and look at the state of it. No steering. He's going to be absolutely struggling now. And unfortunate for Spitfire, finds himself into 16th place. Goodness me, that was all happening there, but it has brought the pack all up together. Look at this. Husey's now in the mix. Husey's now there. Where is he there? That's 12th, 11th, 10th. And then we have 9th. Oh, sideways for Husey. Husey's off. Husey's off the track. Unfortunate for Husey. He's gone off as he come through Dingledale there. But Tinhead finds himself in 7th place. This is absolutely unbelievable. Fantastic driving. Now finds himself in 10th, from 10th place now into 7th. There is Ripinatarian. He's now chasing him down, so pressure was on. There is Andrew now in 9th. My Rose having a much better race this time around. He'll be enjoying himself in that 10th spot. There is Danzo. He'll be looking for another position. Creedy there in the very bright pink. You won't miss that on a cold day, will you? And in the night sky as well. But there he is, Creedy there in 12th place, chasing down the man in front, which is Danzo. So having a much better race this time. Can he get a top 10 finish? And no, as I say that, the commentators curse. Tinhead's off the track. Goodness me. Now, I wonder if we can see what happened there. That's a little bit too far forward. Now, did he do that himself, or was there contact? Let's have a look. So there is Tinhead, goes into Graham Hill, into the left-hander. He's going to catch the grass, puts the power down, tries to save it, wallop into the wall, and that's going to be him seeing the mechanics working very hard in the pit lane. Oh, that's so gutting for him. So, unfortunate for him, he'll be going into the pits, but that is Greek Fighter now with another position. Creedy now up to 11th place. Danzo now in the top 10. There is My Rhodes having a much better race, as we said previously. Has a lot of damage in race 1. Finds himself now in 9th place. Great battle in the mid-pack here. So, there is Andrew in the Ferrari. Can he close up on Ripinatarian in that McLaren? Come on, Mr. Cameraman. There he is. There's Ripinatarian in 7th place as they come through now. There is Andrew. Then we have My Rhodes, who takes all the track in a little bit more. Thank you. And Danzo really closes up the gap with lots of on those tyres. Not what you want in this race. Danzo chasing him down. Creedy's still in this pack as well. There he is. Ooh, I wonder if Creedy's on a dry setup, because he was weaving there. Try and get some heat into these tyres. So I wonder if he's on the slicks as well. So let's have a look back at the leaders. There is Andrew. Ripinatarian's managed to get away, but Nick's still in that 6th place in the Mustang. Doing 29.9s. Great stuff from him. Bravo Hand still not having the best of races at the moment. Still in that top 5. And again in the 29s. There is Dark Knight. Finds himself in 4th place in the Porsche. Reedy having a better one in 3rd place. Chasing down the guys up front, so he's last lap was a 29.8, so slowest of the group at the moment, but his best lap was a 28.7, which is a fantastic lap time. Let's go to Crafty now. Oh, this cameraman around here. There he goes. There is Crafty, still on the back of the leader of this race. There it is. There is Ash Boy still holding the lead. Let's go on board with Ash Boy. Let's take a couple of moments to listen to this McLaren engine. Absolutely gorgeous as he makes his way through now into Druids. And Crafty again closes up, really closes up on the braking. It looks like he is flashing his lights at Ash Boy to say, look mate, I'm still here, I'm not going anywhere, now will you please make a mistake? Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but both the drivers there enjoying some fresh air out in front. But can the Lambo driver close up on the man in front? There is Reedy in third place. He's now being caught by Dark Knight. So Dark Knight seems to have found some mojo. He's now closing up. His last lap was a 29.4. Reedy's was a 29.7. So definitely closing up through this final sector. There's Dark Knight as he comes through now. Where is Bravo Han? There is Bravo Han, followed by Nicky just behind in the Mustang. I don't think we're going to get... no, we ain't. There is Ripping and Tearing in 7th place. Then the battle's still on. There is Maya Rhodes and Danzo. Oh, we've lost Andrew. Where is Andrew gone? There he is. There is Creedy. He's in the top 10. So Creedy's managed to get into the top 10 on his debut event here at CC Sim. So he's in the top 10. Tinhead's still behind, but I don't know if he's on the same lap. I don't think he is. As I say that, there's a mistake there from Creedy. He's managed to hold it. I was trying to look at the battle in front because it looks like Danzo is trying to get past Maya Rhodes, and they're still at it, these two. Fantastic racing. Let's see if we can go on board with Maya Rhodes. If we can, there we go. In the Aston Martin, on board with Maya Rhodes. There is Spitfire coming out of the pits. My goodness me. So after that incident, he's had 2 laps in the pits as Danzo has a look down the inside for position. There he is on the outside of Druids. Is he going to get the cutback here? You can still see the BMW just sniffing around. And still no joy from these drivers. There is Danzo. Let's see if we can get... have a look at the drivers in front. I do apologise. There is Ripping and Tearing in 7th place. There is Nick in 6th, followed by Bravo Han in 5th place. Then we have Dark Knight there in 4th place. Reedy still holding 3rd. There is Crafty in 2nd. There is Ash Boy in the lead of this race, and he's managed to pull away a little bit from Nick there. Apologies, he's managed to pull away from Crafty, has Ashboy. It mixed up with the battles, but you can see Reedy's under real pressure from Dark Knight in the background. There is Ashboy still holding the this race here, lap 8. There is Crafty just behind. There is Reedy. Dark Knight. Oh, Reedy makes a mistake, and Dark Knight could have maybe launched an attack there, but again manages to keep the traction, does Reedy, and still stays in front. Fantastic car control there from the BMW driver. And Dark Knight can sniff a position change here. See if we can get some on board with him. There we go, on board with the Porsche. Do my eyes deceive me? Are these two closing on the two up front? Because they seem to be not on the same pace as they were before. We will check the lap times, but Reedy is definitely closing up on Crafty here. Crafty's also closed right up on Ash Roy as well. So we'll stay with these guys up front at the moment. And there is the shot of a very comfortable looking Dark Knight. Behind them is Bravo, and you can see that BMW really sliding there and goes off the track, and this is going to be Dark Knight's opportunity, surely this time round. Goes round the outside of Druids. No, again, just still too far back to have a little pop here at Reedy. So Reedy, even when off the track, has still got traction. Unbelievable stuff. Again, a little mistake here. Is this Dark Knight's opportunity? He's in the rear end of that BMW. Onto the brakes they go again. Still not finding a way through. And again, Reedy makes a mistake. Bravo Hans looking on here thinking, do you know what? I might have an opportunity. Look at Reedy. He's trying to get some water, get these tyres cooler and trying to get these tyre pressures down. Oh, as we see the Porsche going sideways. Goodness me. Right, now, let's have a look. There is Ash Roy, still leading this one. Are we going to be able to see Reedy in that same shot? There's Crafty. There's Reedy. And there is Dark in 4th place. So, still no change from the top 4. Top 5, should I say. There is Ash Roy, lap 10. Last time round was a 1:30 dead. Fastest lap from him at 28.9. See, that car is really struggling for grip. Last time round for Crafty was a 30.5, so slightly slower round, half a second slower round that is. There is Reedy. Reedy with a 28.8 is his fastest lap. Last time round a 1:30.7. 31 from Dark Knight the previous lap, so really managing to get some breathing space here. Bravo Han with a 29.7, so the fastest of the two in front there as we come through. There's Nick, he's in the 30s as well, ripping and tearing there in 7th place, doing a cracking job holding on to that 7th place. There is Spitfire in 19th place, absolutely shocking. But still pushing on. He's managed to get past these two who are absolutely hammer and tong at the moment. Look at this, it's Creed versus Danzo. Let's see if we can get some on board from Danzo. One camera angle. There we are. There is a rear cam of Danzo. Creedy round the outside. Is he going to have a little pop here? Oh, he might have a look down the inside here as they go into Westfields. No, thinks better of it. I was hoping for a few mistakes as they come through into Dingledale. Into Sterling's, the left-hander flashing his lights now is Creedy. He says, oh look, I'm faster than you, mate, I'm coming through, you better watch out. So great little battle happening between these two racers. Now is the opportunity on. He has a look down to the inside, surely not at Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, very close to the grass there was Creedy. Battle between these two, and again just nicely done there from Danzo, nearly losing the back. So these two still battling away. There is your top 10. My Road still holding top 10. Great stuff from him. Oh, Creedy's off on the background there, and Danzo lives to fight another day. So back to the top 7. There is Rippin. There is Nick on his own at the moment, waiting for 5th place. Bravo Han, who's nearly closed up on these guys. There is Dark Knight in 4th place. Reedy there, just coming up to a back marker. Is that going to cause any problems? No. Well done to Ekbo. Just moves out of the way. There is a position change for the lead. There is a position change for the lead, and we have Crafty out in front. Now let's see if we can go back and have a look at that. I'm just going to zoom all the way back so we don't get to see what happens. Now, are we going to be able to see that? No, it's a lot further back than before. Oh, that's a shame we can't see that. Let's see if we can get that up. I'd really like to see where that happened. He's still in front there, and he's still in front there. So we're going a lot further back than I thought. Ah, there it is. There's the mistake. So it was Ash Roy went off the track at Hawthorns. And that is a position change for the lead. And Crafty in the Lambo now makes it position 1 for himself. Second now in the McLaren is Ash Roy. Now, can he do anything about it? Lap 11, they'll be crossing the line on. And it's now Crafty in the Lamborghini. And again, I do apologise for all the replay reverses and forwards as this is streamed through a replay. So unfortunately, I can't just go back straight to the part that I want to go back to. So we have to do the 5-second drop. And we did manage to see what happened there. But it is Crafty leading this race from Ash Roy there in second. Then we have Reedy in third. Followed by Dark Knight in 4th place. Then we have Bravo Han in 5th. Nicky there in 6th. Top 7 there is ripping the tear in. You can see Spitfire in the background trying to find somewhere grabbing some points. I'm not too sure what else he can do really unless someone decides to retire, but not looking good for his championship contention, or especially a top 3 anyway. But Dark Knight there in 4th place. There is Reedy in 5th. Ekberg just moves out of the way, manages to slow down enough to let the leaders through. Doesn't want to cause any grief for these two, especially Ash Roy, who's trying to chase down. Obviously, Crafty would have loved that Bentley to stick his nose in front of Ash Roy, but it wasn't meant to be, was it? As he does pull over. Mind you, he didn't have to. He's still racing. They take the racing line. They have to overtake normal way. They don't have to slow down, but great respect from Ekberg on his racing debut here in ACC. Obviously, he's in racing the GT3 Sprint Series. But the battle is on for this win, isn't it? Crafty leading in the Lamborghini, followed by Ash Roy in the McLaren. And McLaren closes up on the brakes here. Again, very sideways from that McLaren driver. Reedy there in 3rd. The best of laps from Dark Knight on that last one. It was a 30.5 from Reedy, a 31.2 from Dark Knight, and now he's got Bravo Han all over his case for that 4th position. And again, another mistake there. This could be Bravo Han's opportunity. Let's see if we can go on board. Are we going to see Bravo Han look down the inside? He does look down the inside for position. Oh, that's great driving from the two of them. Bravo Han tries to hold the inside line, and Dark Knight stays in that 4th place. That was very brave from both drivers. Bravo was hoping he was going to make a mistake there, and he didn't. Dark Knight manages to live to fight another day. Oh, sideways through Tingletail. That's unbelievable. Oh, and again sideways. I tell you what, the car control, not the easiest car to drive is the Porsche. But he's making it look very, very good indeed, is Dark Knight. But again, everyone's struggling for tyres. And as you can see, again, just losing a little bit of grip, which is going to give Bravo Han the opportunity to have a look down the inside as they go into Paddock Hill Bend. Is he going to have a little pop down here? He sees the opportunity. He goes to the inside. And Dark Knight says, no chance, mate. But he's gone a little bit sideways. And this could surely be the opportunity for Bravo Han to take that position off him. He goes into the inside of Druids. And he does. Into 4th place goes Bravo Han. But again, another little cheap shot there from Dark Knight as he has another little pop for that position. But Bravo Han is now through and takes 4th place. And now looks very good for 4th position at the end here. Lap 13, 2 to go. Can he get on the podium? Have a look at the drivers just in front. There's Reedy in 3rd. There is Ash Roy in 2nd place. Oh, they've managed to catch Ekberg again. Not in the right place as well, but Ekberg's going to take the racing line. And that's not what Ash Roy wanted. It's not what Ash Roy wanted. And he's flashing his lights at Ekberg. He's like, come on, mate, you need to get out of my way. Oh, that's so frustrating. He's caught him on the wrong part of the track. And he's had to go round the outside, and not where you want to be, through Dingledale. lucky. Could have lost the rear end then, and that could have been all game over, but that's given surely Crafty the win of this race. He's flashing the guys in front to say, get out the way, I'm coming through, as they make their way through the back markers. So Ashboy now in second place. He just needs to get the car home. Looking very good for the championship. Yellow flags are out as well for one driver. Not too sure who that is. Oh, it's Tinhead. Tinhead's come into the pit, so that looks like a retirement for Tinhead. But Ashboy there in second place, and again Ekberg just moves out of the way so much so he went onto the gravel at Paddock Hill Bend there. There is Reedy, so Reedy's closed up the gap there. There is Bravo Han. They're in fourth place, and again just trying to move out the way is Ekberg. There is Dark Knight coming through. Nicky's still in sixth. There is Rippolitarian in seventh place. There is Spitfire, really closed the gap up on these last few laps. There is Tinhead in the pits. Andrew also in the pits. Myroad's in 10th. There is 11th Freak Fast with Hassler in 12th. So good battle here between the two McLaren drivers. There is Greek Fast. Another bunch of points for him. 13th place. He'll be very pleased with this. Husey will be absolutely gutted. Looking very good for a top 10 finish. Now in 14th place. Arrow not having the best one, is he? There he is in 15th place. Did a cracking run in the first race. Climbing the ladder very, very much so. Not in this one. There's Jesse, not having the best one in this one today, but he's still going to grab points on his journey, the American. So Crafty leading this one. This is the final lap, and he's going to make his way through the final corner on to the start-finish straight, and it's going to be that man there, Crafty, who takes the win. Race 2, round 6 here at Brands Hatch, and then we're going to see hopefully Ashboy come across the line. There he goes. Apologies for everyone that's still in the pits there. There's Reedy who comes through. Bravo Hand's going to take 4th place. It's going to be Dark Knight who takes 5th place. Now are we going to see Nick come through? There is Ekberg coming through. There is Nick in the background. He takes that 6th place. There's Rippolitarian. He's going to make his way round, and he's going to take the top 7. And we've got a bit of time left. Hopefully we'll manage to grab 8th place as he comes through. There it is. Oh, Creedy's managed to get past Danzo for 8th place as he goes from the final corner. Oh, there's a mistake. Is Danzo going to make sure he grabs that 8th place? No, he won't. As we see the timer runs down, and it is going to be Creedy that finishes in 8th. I'm pretty sure of that. But wow, that was some interesting racing. And let's take a look at those results. So it's Crafty who takes the win in the Lamborghini. Ashboy in second, championship leader, and he will do so as they finish this race. So Ashboy in second place. It's going to be Reedy in third, Bravo Han in fourth, Dark Knight in fifth, Nicky in sixth, Rippolitarian in seventh, Creedy there in eighth. What a great run from him. Danzo in ninth, Myroads in 10th. Then we'll see Greek Fast in 11th, Hassler in 12th, Greek Fighter in 13th, Husey 14th, Jesse there in 15th, Arrow there in 16th. Unfortunately, just saw him make that mistake on the final corner. Not where you want to be. Andrew there in 17th. Spitfire in 18th. Managed to claw back a couple of places there. Tinhead in 19th. And Ekberg in the Bentley in 20th place. Now, let's see if we can have a look at the championship tables. Just going to quickly grab them for you. And as it stands... So leading this one going into the next round is Ashboy. So Ashboy taking the lead of the championship as he finished this round. And that will leave him now on the 233 points, as we said. It's Peter Stark there in second place. That's Bravo Han on 230. 216 for Matt Reedy. And then it'll be Cook, which is Spitfire on 194. We have Jack Craft there, Crafty in with 186, followed by the next BMW, which is Danzo. He'll be running there with 162, followed by the Ferrari of Andrew on 156. 1 point just behind him is Maya Rhodes with 157. And rounding out the last two places for the top 10 is Nathan Oldfield, which is Rippolitarian on 149. And then we have the Porsche. Oh, there's another Porsche there. Not too sure what. There's another Porsche. Oh, no, that is. Yeah, that's Dark Knight. So Dark Knight down there, fortunately, on 148. But he has missed a couple of races. But he is clawing his way back up the championship. But that was it for Brands Hatch. 2 cracking races. Round 6 here of the GT3 Sprint Series on a Assetto Corsa, sponsored by Leap. And your commentator, Craig Cook. Join us for round 7 at Catalonia. That will be on Wednesday night, and we'll hopefully get the recording out over the weekend. So join us then for that one. Round 7 at Catalonia. It's going to be a nice sunny day, so no more rain for us. But join us then. Thank you very much for joining the GT3 Sprint Series here, and Assetto Corsa sponsored by Leap. Thank you very much, and good night.